Hey YouTube, this is Dolan. Today I'm gonna, as you saw on the screen for a split second, that I'm gonna review Wolfenstein the Old Blood. Let me show you the case again. This is Wolfenstein the Old Blood. And today I'm gonna review this game. Sorry you couldn't see it, but anyway. Now, this game was released back in 2015 and was a prequel, and it was claimed to be a prequel to Wolfenstein the New Order. It said, even the back of the case says, man, the main menu soundtrack sounds pretty catchy for this kind of game. And as you guessed it, like what the title says, this game takes place in Castle Wolfenstein at first. No, I'm just gonna play one of the easier chapters, cause I think it might be the game might be somewhat difficult. And here's the difficulties, by the way. Can I play Daddy? Which is for very easy difficult for spineless gamers. This difficulty I might do because, spoilers, because I'm a casual gamer, unfortunately. Unfortunately, guys. Yeah, sorry. So I'm not really good at. If you guys gave me hints on the comments, I would be able to explain it better. And at least personally share my thoughts of how I liked the game. Whether it was a good game or a bad game. Anyway, let's get into it. Now, you obviously play as a character named William J. Blazkowicz in 1946, in the year where World War II would have originally ended or already be over, but in this game it's not. It just continues. And you fight off Nazis, not in 1945, and you defeat Nazis and you fight Nazis not in the past but in the future. But anyway, now this game, when it comes to the health, the maximum amount of health in this game that you get is set you free. Get the hell out of this place and contact Kessler in the village tavern. Is that you can only get up to 125 health, but you can do overcharge in this game. In the case of this game, much like the New Order. But I have to say, I kind of like this game. The game was released in 2015, and it was released definitely 1 year after Wolfenstein: The New Order. Well, not in the game's timeline, but rather it was released in 2014. Yeah, but it's still cool. Yeah. Oh, looks like I obtained a new skill for killing most of the Nazis. The more Wolfenstein you play in this game, the more perks you'll get. And along the way you do get upgrades for your weapons, like for instance, you can upgrade a bolt action rifle and turn it from an ordinary bolt action rifle into a sniper format. Oh, there goes my knife. In the water it went. Oh, and you can press the melee button if you're far away from an enemy at certain points. You can pretty much hit the melee button on the right analog stick and pretty much makes your character throw a knife at any enemies that you're targeting. Anyway, this mission is called now I'm playing in the dock area of the mission in the game. And the reason I saw now, if you first start the game, you can't pick up that Gatling gun. You can, but you can't put it away in your weapons list like that. You know, like this. Unless you unlock a specific perk by achieving a certain goal with like getting enough kills with this Gatling gun that'll keep filling up and never go down. And it'll get to the point where you might wind up, you know, that you'll wind up making the weapon be part of your weapons in your arsenal, which is kind of crazy, I know. So it's almost like the Call of Duty Black Ops series, only except it's Wolfenstein. But except we're not talking about Call of Duty. We're here to talk about Wolfenstein. But yeah, this game seems promising. Well, so far it's a good... Well, like, not so far, but I played this game multiple times and I think it makes a good... I think this game's pretty good. You can max up your armor until it goes up to 100, while your health can only go up to 125. Which is kind of weird, because in the New Order, the difference between this game and the New Order is that in the New Order, you max out your health up to 200. But that's not the case with this game. Yeah, sadly. But I'm sure the game is still good. It's pretty good, actually. Really good. Like a good game. You play as an American U.S. Ranger Army man called, named William J. Blazkowicz, who sneaks into Castle Wolfenstein with Wesley, but eventually you get captured by the Nazis in Castle Wolfenstein. Oh, and here's this bed that you can sleep on, but it'll make you go into a hidden level. Now, I'm only gonna do a little bit of it, and then I'll escape it immediately, so that way you guys get the idea. Now, it's similar to Wolfenstein The New Order, but except the music soundtrack sounds different, but the graphics look the same, even though you get different weapons. Like, instead of on Wolfenstein The New Order having only this pistol, you can switch between that or the assault rifle, and the assault rifle's name is Assault Rifle 46T, which is different from Wolfenstein The New Order in the beginning part of the game, when you pick that rifle off of the Nazis. Now, the biggest difference is that this weapon has different iron sights. The rear notch is more open than the rear notch of the assault rifle in 1946 in the New Order. But nevertheless, it's pretty much the same, except, as you saw in the game, its rate of fire is a little bit faster than its other counterpart. Anyway, going back to this pistol, you can attach a suppressor on this pistol, and that makes it quieter, so that way you can use it for stealth. And unfortunately, this pistol is your only means of stealth. You can't attach a sniper rifle with a suppressor. Anyway, I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I just want to talk about the game overall. But I'm sure you guys get the idea about the hidden levels. Don't worry, you can do that again even if you quit. Unless you accomplish the whole level. Oh, and those signal detected meters, you have to be ensure that you sneak around and use a lot of stealth to not get caught. And this is where the pistol comes in. And it's super accurate. Uh-oh. I think I made a poor example right there. I think I just made a poor example right now. You can melee kill the Nazis up close with the pipe weapons that Blazkowicz first obtains while in prison. While in the Wolfenstein, when you're trapped in, when you first wind up in Castle Wolfenstein prison. Now the whole point of the game is that the game originally takes place in a made-up castle in Germany called Castle Wolfenstein. And you can follow the signal of the commanders. Uh-oh. Looks like more bad guys. Yeah, this is pretty action-packed, I gotta say. Like I said. Although, you might want to be careful so you don't get slaughtered in the middle of combat in this game. Eh? Oh, forgot about that guy. Thank you. That's that for them. Anyway, if you get an upgrade with this rifle, here's the bolt action rifle, and if you get a certain upgrade with it along the way in the game, where you get a scope, you can switch between the iron sights or switch to the scope, which this scope kind of looks similar to the marksman rifle from Wolfenstein: The New Order. It's the same exact scope, but mounted on this weapon. It's like as if the scope was originally made for this bolt action weapon and not this and not the marksman rifle from Wolfenstein: The New Order. Anyway, and the name of the bolt action rifle is called Bombin's Chus, which I don't know what that means, but if you guys can Google what it means, please and learn what it means, what that name means, since it's German, since I can't understand that. Be sure to let me know what that means in the comments if you find out what it means. You can yeah. Anyway, there's no commander, so I could pretty much do this. Yeah, so this game is pretty... Now this game is pretty much like your...
This air reminds me of the bog by the Johnson's farm back home. Smell of dead plants, wet wood.
Where's the bomb? Where's the ammunition? Oh, must have took it already. Alright. Anyway, sorry I've been not talking for a minute. This may be a long video to talk about. So if I'm silent, you can probably try to skip ahead of my silent treatment. So that way you'll learn the necessary information. And you can look at articles by going near them and pressing square, or notes, like whatever, and you get to read them. In order to exit them, you press the circle button to exit. Well, at least on this console you do. Oh boy. And your character can swim, but be sure not to swim underwater for a long period of time. And did I forget to mention that you can also climb the wall? With these two pipes, you split the pipes into two, and you can use it. The character can use them to split the two pipes. Yeah, you could pretty much also knock the helmets off of pick the helmets off of the Nazis, so that way you can... And you can discover secret areas. Also, if you know where they are. There's multiple YouTube video hints that you can... Well, today there's internet, so you can pretty much look up the locations of gold and stuff. Like, the collectibles, like gold, concept art, and the characters. Yeah, and you do get traditionals and perks. So anyway, these are the perks. Now to silently kill the Nazis in this game. Uh-oh. I think they missed. Yeah. This is really creepy. Seeing these dead bodies. Looks like I'm going swimming again. Anyway, now, not all views have to do that. Well, unless you wanted to. Just to go back in that water, just to grab more ammo for your rifle. There's also a semi-automatic shotgun called the Hammer Shock, which is kind of reloads in like the shotgun from Wolfenstein: The New Order, except that one's fully automatic, while this one's semi-automatic, and the magazine, rather than a chamber belt-fed shotgun, like that is in the form factor of a magazine. Instead, you pretty much I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm running out of things to say. Just bear with me, and I promise I'll discuss all the necessary. You can also throw hand grenades by pressing the same button, much like Call of Duty, like that. And be warned, these grenades are more deadly than your average grenade from Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm a Call of Duty fan. Even though I'm not sure if you guys are going to care or not. But whether you guys care or not, I like Call of Duty. So don't go lashing out on me in the comments. Or badmouth Call of Duty in front of me. Not in front of me, but in the comments. Always, I will make sure. Or else, I will wind up making you lose your privileges of being able to comment on my videos outright. Besides, I'll be like. Besides, if you were to call someone a homosexual just because, for instance, if they like Pokemon, they will physically hurt you. But I'm not here to make any cyberbullying lessons about not cyberbullying others on YouTube. I just want to discuss the game itself. I just want to discuss the game and nothing else. Even though I've been talking about the New Order, because the game is somewhat similar, but except it's in 1946. Like, although the New Order started the same year, but this is probably before the New Order, which, like what the game says. Oh, there's two of them. Yeah, when you start with this particular bolt action rifle, you start off with 5 rounds per load, as far as the ammo capacity in the magazine is concerned. While with this assault rifle, you carry up to only 30 rounds, which is pretty basic for a modern day assault rifle. So anyway, you can also use the pipe to do this. Hold the door open while you sprint and... hold on, let me try this again. Yeah, like that. That's better. And you can also snipe enemies at long range with this rifle. Like this. You can, although instead of using stripper clips, this particular rifle uses a box magazine, which is more convenient.
Okay, one more.
Man, now that I think about it, the barrel kind of looks, I don't know how to describe it. Probably similar like the Thompson barrel, but different. Now, anyway, now, I promise I'll show you the shotgun in just a minute as soon as I get to it. Just give me time on this video, and if you can't wait, just fast forward the video, and I promise you, you'll see it by then. But anyway, sorry I stayed silent, I was just trying to pay attention, but in the later part of the game, however, after you escape Castle Wolfenstein and go to the old town somewhere, you do encounter Helga, and after she escapes, you do encounter something unusual in the Wolfenstein series, where the Nazis and the civilians suddenly all became zombies. And when you get to the Nazis that aren't zombies, sometimes when you shoot them, they sometimes turn into zombies after you kill them, while other times they don't, depending on how much damage you do. Except for the heavy soldiers, except for the heavy soldiers and also the commanders. They don't turn into zombies at all. Sorry, I was just trying to find whatever I could find. You can also use the pipe to, or just pretty much shoot one at a time on these bricks, but I prefer to do this. Like, break the whole thing so that way I can just proceed. And the map updates as you progress in the game, unless you grab yourself a map somewhere in the game. Now, the shotgun guys aren't too tough as Wolfenstein The New Order, though their weak spot is on their backs. Now, this is going to be difficult trying to, pick up a shotgun from them. Uh-oh. Spotted. This is a part when you gotta keep your health from going down to 0. But your health only regenerates a certain amount. But if you keep track of your health carefully, you'll be able to, you'll be able to keep fighting. And you can grab first aid kits to, to be able to, to regenerate your health significantly. Uh-oh. Not again. Might as well throw a grenade at them. Now, when you first pick it up in the game, you usually start off with 10 rounds loaded in the magazine of the weapon. Anyway, here's the name, Hammer Shock. Whoa, I think I blew the guy's arm off. Anyway, and that's a heavy soldier right there. Those guys do not mess around. If you don't have that shotgun that they use against them, you're screwed. As for the snipers, if you fight them up close, they'll may not stand a chance against you because they're up close. Like why would you fight with a sniper rifle in close quarters, especially with no bayonet, which pretty much in today's standards bayonets are pretty much useless by then. But anyway, this game is overall pretty good. But I forgot to show you one more weapon called the Camp Pistol. Let me show you how it fires. It fires like an RPG, but in a pistol form factor. I had to waste one just so that way I can demonstrate what it looks like. And it's got that drum shape mag. And the iron sights are like pistol sights because they're not really accurate on long range, but normally that's a shotgun, so there's no need to go long range where you can just get up close to an enemy and blow them away. Especially those super soldiers. So I pretty much unlock almost all the perks. Anyway, and this gun, when you press the aim button, it only spins the barrel, but when you hit the trigger button, yep. You can originally mount this on a mounter like right there, which I'll show you. I wish I could run, but I can't run with this thing. You can in the new Colossus, but that's another story entirely. And you can even use it while it's mounted like this. And the name of this gun is called the MG46, which doesn't look like a machine gun at this point. It looks more like a Gatling gun. But anyway, and I gotta say, the hip spread on this weapon is pretty tight, which is a good thing on this thing. So anyway, and the pipe, you can either have it like this, you can have it as one weapon, or you can pretty much split it into two. Or you could split into two, this. Yeah, you can do melee kills with this. So anyway, now, overall, yeah, in conclusion, well, and I forgot to mention that, sorry, this is taking so long. Just bear with me. I'm not reading off of a script. But during the later part of the game with the zombies, the final boss is happens to be a monster zombie. I forgot its name, but if you like this game, then you can definitely go for it. I know I do. I pretty much beaten this game before I could even review it. Though, those soldiers, that's the perfect time to use this weapon. Okay, then. And I blew myself along with the monster. Alright. I guess I'll proceed, shall we? And if you get a certain perk, you can hold up to 5 grenades. So anyway, the boss happens to be a giant monster who's chained underground in the mining area where the Nazis have been mining this beast. Well, not really a beast, but this monster. Oh my god. Aw, damn it, I keep getting distracted. Anyway, now I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I just want to discuss about the game itself. Oh, that's the guy who captures you in Castle Wolfenstein in that red background. And I threw out a knife at him at a pretty close range, I gotta say. It's kind of weird. But whatever. But, yeah, overall, yeah, this game is pretty amazing, I gotta say. And I'm certainly glad I have it. Although, one thing I have to mention is that I'm not sure if it's recent, but they did re-release the two games, the New Order, Wolfenstein the New Order, and Wolfenstein the Old Blood, and bundled them together into a bundle pack as, like, probably some kind of aftermarket product. Whoa. That was a nasty one right there. Uh-oh. Sorry, I'm just trying to pay attention to this game. Sorry if I'm doing this. But I'm just trying to talk about the game and play at the same time. I'm not sure if I could do both. I'm trying to be confident the best I can. Sorry, guys. But at least I'm making the video now. Even though the game has long since been discontinued. Well, not that long, but it's probably old by now. It's like they don't call it Wolfenstein the Old Blood. Yeah, I'm making a joke out of it. Huh? See what I did there? Ooh. Man, I really ripped the heck out of that guy. Ooh, that guy blew his head off. Yeah, this shotgun seems to have 2 barrels, even though the weapon only switches between the barrels as it fires like this, as you see. But anyway, yeah, like I said, if you like what you see, yeah, in conclusion, if you like what you see here, and if you like to fight Nazi zombies, especially when it's a Wolfenstein game, then yeah, I would definitely recommend buying this game. Or at least find one. There's not much content to this game. It's pretty much a single player only game, so you're not gonna expect much out of it. You just unlock perks, all kinds of stuff that'll make your character powerful in this game. Anyway, and you get to the part of the game where Wesley didn't make it. Where unfortunately your partner Wesley is unable to survive. Oh, I could have sworn I heard a Nazi grunt sound the same as its retro counterpart from Wolfenstein 3D, but whatever. But anyway, but like I said, yeah, this game is really good. I would definitely recommend buying it if you like it. But anyway, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and like the video, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. This is me, signing off.